Hey, what's up guys? It's Jake aka Tagged, and today we're back at it again with a new and improved Giant Graveyard deck. Typically, Giant Graveyard struggles on defense, but right now we've got a defensive building of the Goblin Cage that actually gives counter pressure. There are so many bait decks in the meta, especially with Firecracker and Bats, so we've got the Snowball for the Bats, we've got the Firecracker counter with the arrows, and you're always going to be able to break through with the Graveyard against any bait deck. This new meta Giant Graveyard deck has the traditional offense of the Giant Graveyard aggression while having even better defense. So let's go jump straight into some games and assert some dominance with one of the new best Giant decks in Clash Royale. And a huge shout out to all of you guys that are supporting me with creator code SirTag in any Supercell game. Creator code SirTag has allowed me to upgrade my lighting, my camera, my microphone, my iPad, my editing, and I can't thank you guys enough for helping me improve and grow the channel. All right, we got a game here. We're gonna sauce out of good luck and we're gonna see what's up. What does this man have? I can't wait to see. He's very ambitious though, according to his clan. So I'm gonna go in for our Night Witch in the back, and we're gonna be ambitious earlier than he is. Okay, all right, dude. We see an Ice Wizard, so that means he's probably not gonna have a great answer Graveyard. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for my Graveyard immediately. Ice Wizard Sparky, let's go, dude. You're crazy. I said he wouldn't have a good answer to Graveyard. What does he dish out? The poison. Poison Sparky Ice Wizard. Yes. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is completely and utterly ruined. Anyway, we can go for a Dark Prince right on top of that, and we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see if this Dark Prince can connect to the tower, if we just go straight towards the mini pack. Wait, he drops the Giant really close. Let's go. That is great stuff. And what we can do is we can go for a Musketeer to lock onto the mini pack first. So we're not going to take any damage from that. The mini pack is going to be able to clobber the Goblin Cage, but the Cage Brawler is going to come out. It's going to pop out like a Christmas present, and he's going to get right on top of Santa Claus. Oh my gosh, you know what we can do? We can go in for a Giant. We know he's probably going to go in for a Sparky. I don't have a reset, but the Musketeer is going to be separated enough that it's not going to take the initial damage. Then we can either go for arrows or Snowball. Oh, definitely want to go for arrows if you're going to give us those minions. Let's go, man. So we got enough damage to the point that I can either go in for a Dark Prince or I can go in for the Night Witch. So despite not having too many resets for the Sparky, I don't have an Electro Wizard, I don't have a Dragon, I don't have a Zapparino or a Lightning. I have so many things with shields. I got the Dank Prince. I've got the Goblin Cage. So we can tank up a lot of hits. That's one thing that you have to have in your deck. You have to have a reset, you have to have really fast cycle, or you have to have shields. In this deck, it's got all the shields. So we can maybe go in for a Goblin Cage here, just right into the Giant, because that was the obvious lane for him to drop it in. Remember, he poisons, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to go in for a Giant Night Witch, and then we're going to Graveyard immediately. So it's going to be very uncomfortable for him, because then the Night Witch Bats are going to swarm him if he goes in for a poison on the Graveyard. But if he doesn't poison the Graveyard, then he would just lose his Sparky and his tower. So he's like, wait, what do I poison? What do I do? It's really uncomfortable for him, as you guys can see. And the Sparky is in the opposite lane of the Giant as well. So that was really good for us. Now we can go in for a Cage. We can go in for a Musketeer. And then the Brawler on the right is going to force out another response from my man here. I can go for a Dark Prince, so then the Sparky hits that instead. And the one thing that makes me a little bit uncomfortable is this mini packet, but I can just go and kite that right into us. And then it's going to go right into the Musketeer. The Musketeer is going to be tanked for by the Giant. That means I can go for another Graveyard, force out another poison. Oh, he's going to miss the Tornado. Let's go. The Sparky is getting targeted. I can't believe I'm playing against a Sparky poison deck, and he's actually losing. Like, you literally put in poison to counter Graveyard. Like, what are you doing, dude? So we can go for a Musketeer here. I can also go for a Giant in front. I'm getting fired up right now, guys. I'm so excited to win this game, hopefully. And he doesn't even get a hit. Guys, the Night Witch stayed alive. I thought for sure a mini P.E.K.K.A was going to hit that. Everything is super separated. I can go for arrows. He could go for minions. He could go for poison. It doesn't matter, though. We will be reigning supreme in this game, asserting dominance. GG, well played, and peace out. That's GG. His name's GG, and that most certainly was a good game. This guy's going to go in for a tennis ball. We want that to go right on top of our Goblin Cage instead of our tower. And we see skeletons, so it's probably going to be a Royal Hogs or a Hog Rider Earthquake deck. Could be Royal Giant, though. So I'm not going to discount that possibility here. And we've got arrows for the Firecracker, so I'm very excited. We know he's going to have Firecracker. You have to have Firecracker in this. And there it is.
Hello.
What do you know? She's here. So we're going to arrow that so it doesn't get a hit off on our Night Witch. And we're going to have a masterful push here. We've got the Night Witch Bats. We've got the Graveyard Skeletons. And we've got the Swarm. Let's go, baby. So I could snowball that, but I really don't think he's going to supplement any aggression, so I don't want to. Rather going for a Dark Prince since the bats are going to go a tread ahead because he wasn't able to go in for a Royal Giant. He wasn't able to go for the Hog Rider. And now because we have Dark Prince, we bait out way more elixir than just a simple snowball would have given us like a couple extra hits with bats. I just don't think it would have been worth it for me. And I slow roll a Giant in the back because I was up a lot. He actually RG'd with that. I'm surprised that you would do that. You would RG when you're down that much. You're going to Earthquake too? No way. There's no chance he defends this guy. So yes, you can take my tower, but you're going to lose your tower, and you are going to lose it horribly. So I can just go for arrows on top of the Firecracker. He has no elixir. The Firecracker is melted. I just can't wait to see this play out. It's like watching a horror movie that you've already watched, and you know what happens, but he doesn't. So I'm going to go for a Giant Graveyard. He doesn't have Firecracker. He has no way of killing the bats. And this is going to be a masterful just domination push, guys. We go for a snowball as well. We're going to get so much damage on the 3. Look at that, guys. 1,500 HP. And what did he get for it? Well, I guess he took my tower on the right, guys. I guess that's what happened. All right. So, yet again, I can go in for a Dark Prince. Slow roll here. He's doing it again. Oh, no, dude. You didn't learn your lesson. So we can arrow this, get a huge Musketeer push, and then 3 crown him. So finish what we started. Here we go, boys. Going in for the Dank Prince, going in for the Giant. And I can't wait, man. As long as the Giant gets on top and then it's tanking for the Graveyard, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, the Giant's going to be able to get a couple hits with the Snowball especially, and the Skeletons are swarming him. He's going to go for an Earthquake on defense because he's Petrified Fit. I mean, I guess it's a little bit understandable, right? But if we get a cage down and then your spam doesn't break through, there's nothing you can do. All I have to do is go in for the arrows and then go in for a Giant Graveyard. And you know, we assert dominance to the highest degree, guys. We go in for Giant Graveyards to finish him off with 3 crowns. No one else does that. They all go in for like the 1 tower game. We go for the end game, boys. This is how you play Clash Royale. You go for the Giant Graveyards, you go in for the snowballs, and you let the Skeletons swarm them to victory. It was actually a little bit closer. I didn't expect him to get back to a Royal Giant in time, but man, we still won. I really thought that he was like going to be 2 cards away from Royal Giant, and it would have been a very easy win at the end. But man, he dropped that last possible second, and 1 more RG hit, we would have lost that game. That was a little bit more crazy and intense than I wanted it to be, man. We'll just play it off as calculated, even though it definitely wasn't, and we'll move on to the next one. We're going to sauce out a good luck here. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's happening. This guy's going to have minions, and he cycles them. Let's go. We don't have to use arrows on them right now, and this is the prime time for the Graveyard, guys. When you see your opponents cycle cards like their small spells like the Zap, and you see them cycle their minions, their best counter in single elixir to the Graveyard, you go in for the Giant Graveyard, and you get ready to assert dominance. Unfortunately, he's going to have Barbarians, and he's going to have the Skill Horde. So he's got 2 phenomenal answers to us, but our arrow is going to be able to clean it all up, get shift damage on the tower, and allow Skeletons to thrive for a little bit longer. So, Benny, what are you running? You've got minions, you've got Barbarians, you've got Minion Horde. I think it might be a Lava Hound Balloon deck or just a Lava Hound deck in general. That's what I'm going to guess right now. But who knows, dudes. I'm going to go in for a Dark Prince on top of that Miner, and he's not going to be a happy camper because he still has to respond to it, and he doesn't have Barbs in cycle, and he doesn't have Miner. So what is he going to do? He's going to go and drop minions, which we can snowball closer to our tower away from the Dark Prince, allowing us to bait out even more elixir and bait out a snowball. That's what I like to see. So this is one of those matchups that is going to be miserable for him as the game progresses. So what do I want to do is I just want to go for a Giant in the back. I want to slow roll a Night Witch because guess what? We're going to get so many bats up in here. And I can go for a Musketeer to chip away on top of that Lava Hound even further. Oh my gosh, this is going to be amazing, guys. So we're just going to try to get as much firepower as possible, especially since he drops it there. He's only going to have Minion Horde and Barbs. So what are we going to do? We're going to go for Dark Prince to kill the Barbs. And then we're going to save our arrows for the Skill Horde. And here we go, baby. That's what I like to see. So the Musketeer is going to stay alive. The Dark Prince is going to fall. But all of the bats and the Muskie are coming in clutch. And it doesn't matter if we don't take the tower. These are positive interactions that we'll take every single day of the week. You'll love to see it. And if you're him, you hate to see it because he's going to be falling further and further behind every single time. So I'm going to go in for a Giant. We're up elixir. As you guys can see, he is not able to do anything about it. He's going to go in the opposite lane with a Miner, interestingly enough. My man. So if you guys didn't know, look at this Goblin Cage placement coupled with the Musketeer. We're going to be able to get so much value here and then pressure the opposite lane with a Dank Prince, going for our Graveyard, arrow the minions or the horde. Okay, let's go, baby. Oh, there's no way for him to defend that. Look at the insurmountable aggression compiling on his tower. It's crazy. It's overwhelming him. It's too much, dude. Okay, all I have to do is go in for one more giant, and you don't even have any way of stopping this, so we're going to go in right now, buddy. You have 13 seconds to get a balloon to trespass on our sacred shrine, but our tower is going to be living large for quite a while. Going for the cage here. We have so much coming at him. I can go for another musketeer. I can snowball this so he doesn't even get a hit. And then I think that we're just going to be chilling. Look at the cage. Still stay alive because of the snowball. If you guys didn't know, you can mess up the timing of the balloon with the snowball. I'm teaching you all these tricks on how to beat balloon net, guys. Hell yeah. That's what you like to see, eh? So we're going to go for arrows. We're going to go for giant graveyard for the ultimate meme. He used his miner in the other lane where he wants to get all his chip damage to the other side. Like, what are you doing, man? Minions are not going to be able to shut down Santa Claus today. I can go in for a giant counter. Oh, wait. Was able to shut down Santa Claus here. Wow. You're insane, brother. We're still able to pull. We're going to go in for arrows, though. This is actually going to be a little bit more difficult of a game, guys. I wasn't expecting that at all.
It's not over yet.
But if we just keep snowballing, we're chilling, right? Oh, okay. All right. I see you. I see you, brother. You are actually playing this way better than I thought. It's getting a bit more scary. I'm not going to lie. This is not completely and utterly under control anymore. The bats are going to give us value. The minion horde is actually going to get on the tower. No, are we going to lose? No way. Ah!
Did it hurt? You bet it hurt.
Right when you think you had it won, you get absolutely and utterly finessed. GG, man. I thought I was going to win that game. I thought I was under control, but the barbarians actually proved to be extremely difficult for this deck. So if you guys play against barbarians and you lose, don't feel bad about it because apparently Giant can't get a hit through that. I really thought that we could. We played really well until we didn't play very well at the end. And yeah, I think I should have played a little bit more defensive and then slow roll Dark Prince and Giant pushes. And I love losing these type of games because I feel like it's a learning experience and you play better in the next one. I'll slow roll Dark Prince, Giant pushes, play more defensive, concentrate on defense first, and then I'll get massive counter pushes when he overcommits instead of just trying to slam roll a Giant through Barbarians, which is never going to happen because I don't have Fireball. This guy's going to have Bomber. So when we see Bomber, I'm expecting it to be Golem. So if he's got Golem, it's going to be a difficult matchup if we try to go same lane. So I want to go in for a Giant here. Hopefully he tries to defend this and spends way too much elixir. Goes in for a Skarmy that we can snowball. He's not doing it though. Why aren't you doing it, sir? I'm going to snowball so that we can keep the Mega Minion off of our Musketeer a little bit longer, get more damage, and put the Mega Minion in vicinity that I won't have to worry about it. So we take a tower early on. But this is against a gold player, guys. The game is far from over. It's not over until it's actually over. So I don't even want Dark Prince to soak up the damage from the Baby Dragon. I want to bait out Elixir with the Dark Prince so he's not able to go in for a Golem in the back. So if we bait out more time from him, it's going to be way more worth it than trying to conserve tower damage. So what can we do? Yeah, we didn't bait out anything. He just went in for a Golem, right? So I want a Musketeer here. Sometimes they're going to have the Tornado variation. Sometimes they're going to have the Lightning variation. So we're going to have to wait and see. Yeah, he's going to have Tornado. So that was really well played on his end. I got to go in for a Night Witch. And then I want an arrow. So then we can kill his Night Witch and then kill all of his bats. So we're going to go and do that right now. It looks like his mini P.E.K.K.A is going to allow him to at least get one hit on the tower. But that's not too bad, right? Could have been worse. He could have taken our entire tower with the elixir that he spammed at us. With the mini P.E.K.K.A and the Golemites on us. Oh, man. That could have been bad. That could have been tragic. Anyway, I can go for a Dark Prince in the back. I could maybe try to go for the 3 crown if he goes in for Golem on the left-hand side. Ooh, guys, do we do it? Do we try to do him dirty? As the skillful Giant graveyard spammer, sometimes it's the best play to go in for the 3 or bait out elixir that he doesn't want to spend. Oh, he's going to kite right into him. Wait, I think the Bomber might go. Oh, the Bomber didn't go ahead, but we did dissect his push quite a bit. Wait, is the Bomber going to die to the Dark Prince? Please. Let's go, guys. So that was amazing. We dissected his push so we don't have to deal with a massive amount of spam that he has on us. And his lightning did not hit the Goblin Cage Brawler, guys. No way. This game is going so well. I'm psyched right now. Wow. Yeah. So I can go in for a Graveyard and I can go in for a Giant here. Really well played on his end, but I think that the Goblin Cage Brawler is going to get on top of the mini P.E.K.K.A. And he's not going to have Elixir for a Golem because of that. He has to defend the Virginity. But with 14 seconds remaining, you can't take the tower. It's impossible. So he's going to go for a Lightning most likely. We'll see what we can accomplish. I definitely want to go in for a Cage here. just in case, and we'll go in for the Dark Prince. Wait, is he going to be able to lightning that in time? The Cage Brawler, let's go! No way, that was insane. 15 HP in a dream, baby. We were able to defend from the Mega Minion because of that, and yeah, he wasn't able to do it. He wasn't able to annihilate us. Lightning and the Tornado just didn't do enough, and that makes me so happy. We're going to go for Dark Prince in the back. We're going to see what's up, and this guy's not cycling anything. So we see a Tombstone, probably going to be a Lava Hound Balloon deck. If it's Lava Hound Balloon, the best bet for us is to go in the same lane with our Night Witch when his Tombstone is out of cycle. So yeah, this is going to be really good. We want to go in for a Goblin Cage to go and pull, and then we want a Night Witch. So then we're going to be able to get the Night Witch bats right on top of the balloon and make a really big push. He's definitely going to go in for a zap on top of the bats so he's able to get an extra hit. But, oh, actually he doesn't do that. All right, okay. You don't have minions in cycle, so I can go in for a Graveyard. You're going to Fireball, but that doesn't kill the Night Witch. Guys, this push is going to be insane. The Night Witch bats are about to go and swarm the Mega Minion. He's going to go for Barbarians, but that was really late. And we're going to be able to slow everything down with the Snowball, make sure that the bats are able to devour it. And overall, that's a pretty good transaction because now, guess what he doesn't have? He has no Barbarians, guys. 0 Barbarians. So I can go for a Giant and I can go in for a Dark Prince. And he's going to be forced to go for a Tombstone. I want him to Lava Hound in the back at that exact moment. That would be awesome if he Lava Hounds in the back. So usually the Lava Hound in the back in that lane. No, he Tombstones first. So I was expecting him to Lava Hound in the back. He didn't do it, though. I'm going to go in for arrows as soon as we can pop the Tombstone. That would be ideal. And then we can get the Dark Prince to get on his tower. So he's going to Fireball it and freak out. Oh my goodness. I love when people overcommit on defense like that. Now we know he's got Barbarians in cycle. He's also going to have Balloon with Lava Hounds. So there's a good chance that he Lava Hounds in the back right now and then tries to use Barbarians on defense. But we're going to have to wait and see if that's what he's going to do. Remember, the good thing is he's not going to have his Fireball in cycle. So we can stack up as much as we want here. So I'm able to go in for a Giant, Night Witch, Musketeer, and I'm also able to go in for a Dark Prince. So yes, you can go for Barbarians. Yes, you can go for Minions, but they're going to get spelled, and I don't think it's going to work out for you as well as you want it to be. So we can go in for another Snowball. We can go for arrows, and this massive push is going to take his tower.
Their army is massive.
And then what we can do is we can Musketeer after the balloon gets in vicinity, so then the Musketeer locks onto the balloon first. Then we can Giant in the pocket because we still have the Musketeer and the bats alive. And the Giant is going to bait out way more elixir. He can't augment that balloon push. He's going to go in for a Tombstone, but dude, this is so difficult for you to defend. We can go for a Giant Graveyard because the Giant is still alive. I can Snowball your tower, slow it down, get the skeletons to swarm you. And I think somehow, some way, we're going to walk away with the fat W here, guys. It's going to cycle arrows. I'm going to get back to one more Giant. I can go in for a balloon counter with the Musketeer at any point. And he's definitely going to balloon soon. He kind of has to, actually. So, you know what? I think it's better for us to just do this. Go in for the Night Witch, Snowball when he balloons, let the Musketeer do its thing otherwise. And we can go for a Giant Graveyard, or just like a Naked Graveyard works too. Oh, he's going to Fireball. Okay, well, we're just going to go in for the Giant Graveyard. And both towers are going to be targeting. I don't even have to do anything else other than that. So, GG. Well played, and peace out, brother. We had the Goblin Cage to pull it back. Then we also had a Snowball. So there was no chance of him breaking through that.